Happy Place, another session for you. It's getting dark, it's getting grey outside, so I would like you to go back to working with color. This time we're doing fully recycled, so use a cardboard or packaging, whatever you have for your project. We're using acrylic paints, but we're not using brushes, we're not using water, we're using cocktail sticks. So it is very texture kind of painting, and it's learning about how you can drag and move paint, creating this way different effects, allowing paint to mix if you want it to mix. And I'm only done one layer here, but you could go back and repeat the process with another paint on top of dry layer. So remember that. Also, you could use, instead of cardboard and cutting out the circle, you could use a paper plate if you have one. So that'll be quite good use of paper plate. You can hang those if you want. You can use them just on a table to bring some color into your house and maybe create them with family members if you want. Have fun. Bye-bye. Let's get started. So first of all, what we're using for the mandala background or support is anything you can recycle. So cardboard from packaging is brilliant. I have a piece of cardboard here that came in the packaging. It's already kind of dirty because I was doing different stuff on it, but it doesn't matter because your mandala is going to be covered fully. So outline your circle. You can use a plate for that. And that's your mandala, and later on I'll be cutting it out. So again, I don't worry about this background because I will get rid of that, and at the moment actually is helping me to protect my table as well. Paints. So with acrylic paints, we are going to be using acrylic paints for this project. Not all acrylic paints will allow you to do what I'm planning here, which is dragging the color. Some paints are really good for that, so I just want to show you what kind of paints are the best, and if you don't have them, how you can make them work for you. So this, for example, I just need you to look at how fluid it is. See that? So this is the kind of paint we're looking at. So quite fluid, a bit creamy, so not too watery but not too creamy. The paint that it's going to be a problem is something like that. So that is quite stiff, but what you can do, you can add runny paint to that. I'm going to do that in a second. I'm going to add white, and okay, I get lighter color, that's fine, but it will get the right consistency. In terms of brands, Wilkinson, no, this is Asda and Wilkinson, they do this kind of cheap children paints. They're brilliant. Look at that. You don't need to do anything. They're very runny. They don't give you great coverage in terms of color, but you can also always add the intense battery paint to that to get more coverage. That's another example of the children paint. This is just the standard acrylic paint. Let's see. And that's kind of just about, I may need to add a bit different paint. I try not to add water. I try to just add different paints. This is Hobbycraft 1 pound ready mixed paint, and again, this is this is like, you can hear that plenty of like fluid wise quality to that paint. So I will be adding this to the blue that was solid. Look at the difference between them, and then I mixed it, and when I mixed it, that's I'm gonna get the right consistency. A bit to this one because it was quite stiff. I'm gonna keep those as they are, maybe a bit here. Also have this yellow, which I think I might have to add some. And I have, this is like a random paint. I even don't know what is the brand. I found it somewhere, so I'm gonna use it. And this, for example, seems a bit too runny for me. Maybe not. I'll leave it. Let's just mix those ones to show you how I can get this very creamy paint now is getting more runny, so I can use it. Okay, so that's about paint. I think that's quite important. In terms of mandala, I'm going to apply paint from the middle, one on each other, and then I'll be dragging it out. So I won't be really using much of that. That was just for demonstration, but I use it in my painting so it won't get wasted. So let's start my work. I may use some actually. So I'm gonna do white. I may actually use some of that blue, which I mixed. Okay. And I do some of that. Right. I'm gonna work here gradually, so do like a first stage and then I see how it goes, and I may have to apply colors from the outside. So let's start. This is my first. So cocktail stick. I'm just pushing. Okay, that's like my first. Now I'm adding around the edges. Okay, and another cocktail stick. And now I'm working from this outer edge towards the center. Of course, you may want to clean the cocktail stick in between or use another one. It's up to you, you know, how you want the colors to be mixed. Okay, I'm going back to this previous layer sometimes, you know, going over that again. It's plenty of paint. Now I will use my cocktail stick more for creation of like a kind of drawing in the paint. So this is optional. It's still kind of, you know, dragging paint. When you look closer in the middle, will create the kind of star effect. I feel like this one is not filling with the color this section enough, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some of paint and drag it. You can also create like circles with your stick, cocktail stick. Okay, so now I'm just going to work on the edges now. So I want the paint to be coming to the edge. So it's just the kind of, you know, it's up to you how far you want to go with it, how much you want to cover. There's plenty of paint. You may want to add another paint now if you want, another color. Okay, so let's just try a last touch will be, just want to add a bit of white. Okay, so have a go. You may want to dry it and then apply another layer. It's up to you, but it's a great way of mixing colors, working with colors, and actually working with the moving quality of the paint. I'm going to dry it fully, cut it out, and show you what it looks like when it's dry. Okay, so this is my almost dry piece. I'm never really good with waiting for paint to dry, so it's still a bit wet. But look at those colors and how they now, you know, form a beautiful pattern. I would invite you to make this project with the colors you want to introduce over this time of the year when we're getting less light. Maybe you need certain colors in your life to lift you up, so that would be a good project to do. And you also get the little bit of texture here, so you can see, because I only used cocktail stick, so the paint maintain its structure. Okay, have fun and let me know what you create.